She said, I never touched money in my life. So that's where our starting point is. See, I'm going the room, don't give it to me because I never touched money in my life. So we'll take a few back on your pocket and say, touch it. There's nothing, it's a piece of paper. So then you can come that whole fear of touch my money. So what I would say, I will conclude here by saying it is literally doable, has to be done. It's a human right. It should not be escaping any single human being doing that. There are many big issues attached to it. Entrepreneurship is again something really fundamental to the last question. And I will elaborate on that. But that is a starting point for everyone. Thank you so much. We were looking at the previous. Basically, we look at 70 to 80% in terms of sub-Saharan Africa, it's over 80%. Basically, they're the ones who are building the nature resource base. So I think there's possibly two connects, which is connect from the agriculture, farming, and climate change. One is the talking about the erosion of the nature resource base, which is soil, the nature capital. And it is the strong mobile farmers who actually build it up to protect it naturally from the water. On the other side, you rightly brought about women. Women is something we missed out because they are often move around in informal economy. So when we talk of access in farming, and looking at Netherlands, I will not say why, not only that Netherlands is a legal including agriculture, not only in school, also agri-tech. I mean, one of the things people would often say that access is not only the same in terms of finance, but also finance perspective of agri-tech at this side. So how involved with your hats during this intersection of water, climate change, inequality, all intersections? How would you feel that you can move forward with that?
Thank you very much. We also been going for this. We also want to say last year about getting the Netherlands and became a very good friend, not just to me, but to so many people. Looking at your now as well. It's such an incredible to be with you, Dr. Dennis. There's an inspiring man in the world that shows that change can happen. And you can empower people wherever they are. Change the system. So that's your story is an important marker of our generations. And in Bangladesh, you're a Delta really well. And we think collaborate with you, learning from you, as how the manner of the Delta, from us, really our Delta, we're changing a lot of information and technology and goes forward. And every Delta is different because of the people living there and how they live with you. So not one solution for it, but that's why we can learn a lot from each other. Yeah, you said how many people are on smallholder farmers? 500 million smallholder farmers. It's 1/3 of the global supply. So this is an essential sector that is feeding us when they get sick. So I think it's quite important. When poverty, there's inadequate access to land, input spread it. They have limited ability to invest to increase profits or livelihoods, and often with a marginal land that is extremely sensitive to climate change. So 1/3 of the global production of food is at risk of climate change. And the best form of adaptation is having an impact and having society be able to do adaptation in collaboration. And that works. So we need to focus on that and make a difference. And you were saying about climate tech. So the farmers, and that would be very interesting also hearing about your journeys. It starts, and that's what I've seen reading about Bangladesh and other parts of the world. You have already a digital ID as well, even for a lot of citizens and bank accounts. So if aid needs to come, it can be mobilized quite fast. And credits was the start of this to start to create a financial vehicle to the people. Now we need to increase the financial vehicle towards the smallholder farmers. And there's a couple of things holding back finance. One is that the banks will lend to people. You know this before. Therefore, also not to smallholder farmers. It is too risky. They don't have to assess the risk of the group of children. So how do we do this? What we do in the Netherlands, mostly in Africa, but in Africa as well, is to finance guarantees to banks. So they will start to invest into the agriculture sector. then we realized it was not that bad, and then we realized that now the loans from same banks are going without the guarantee. Once they learn how to navigate this market, they can do so. And there's another thing we do, which is called one acre fund, which we don't only give loans, but also training and seeds and fertilizer of a higher degree than they can buy locally. And that has generated a much higher income. Harvest went up 93% of the loans were repaid. So it was, again, much secure than thought.
Ambassador, one way.
You get money.
Yeah, so it's Azerbaijan.
You see that there is a strong return of return. So guarantees one way to bridge that gap. The second one is insurance. We're paying into insurance in Africa called the African Risk Capacity. It's the biggest insurance in Africa. And insures smallholder farms throughout Africa on climate risk. And if you have that, then the farmers don't need to keep a buffer to be their own regulation. And you can invest that buffer into production and into their own livelihoods and increase their livelihoods, etc. And they can actually, if they don't have the risk, if there's a guarantee, you can actually track loans, etc. And now go as well. So insurance is the second one besides guarantees. And the third one, we need to have much more research. And we're supporting CGI, which I hope I'm not joined this dialogue, maybe not, but CGI, sorry. You have several hats, but and so this one you'll talk more about it. But it's an amazing organization that does research on climate effect on crops and how we can adapt for it. So we have to learn from you and own the data and the knowledge that you're producing, and make sure that we share it and that farmers, smallholder farms can actually work with the data that science shows us. And our Bangla University, which is the leading agricultural university in the world, is very much engaged into this kind of research as well. And lastly, it's finance. We're financing through IFAD, which is running sort of a mini World Bank financing for the farmers, and these so that we can leverage private sector funding into the private world. So we're trying to navigate the space to make it work, but we're still working from the premises of the old system and try to fix it. I would love to hear from you, Dr. Yunus, but again, I want to take over from the moderator. But how we navigate and what your advice would be, if our main reason to adapt this role here is to listen to Dr. Yunus. You want me to respond to that here? Anyway, so quickly, if the machine doesn't work again and again, just take it, don't use it anymore. Build a new one. Don't waste your time. If the financial system that is within now is not working to the purpose that you want it to work, don't try to fix it. Build a new financial system. It can be done. Invest the challenge that we took and create a new bank with a new rules. And today, after all these years, when our banks have bad debt accumulated as 60%, 65% of bad debts in bangladeshi banks, the main bank which works parallelly in the same country with poorer people, quote-unquote, supposedly risky people from their eyes, in every country, them, their return rate is 900%. So that shows that this is obsolete institution. We don't need it anymore. It doesn't work. So we have to redesign the completely new one. I talked about the poor women and focused on women, etc., etc. But this is only one segment of the population. Then we talk about the small farmer in Bangladesh usually is a man. Something tied around his head.
কৃষি ক্ষেত্রে কিভাবে আধুনিক প্রযুক্তি এবং অর্থ সহায়তা দেওয়া যায় সেই বিষয়ে বাংলাদেশ এই বিষয়ে একটি আলোচনা। এটা হলো আজারবাইজানে বাংলাদেশ প্যাভিলিয়নে।
So we should be
Bangladesh pavilion.
Because farming is not the only occupation, there are many other occupations. This is one. Number two, what about the children?
Right.
They can come on this too. So why don't you create financial institutions which will be for everywhere? And when we're talking about the small farmer loan, it gives the impression that it's about farm law, because that's when you define it, small farmer. So you're the farmer. He is not only a farmer, he has other activities. He has a little shop, he's a little kind of household, 10 businesses and so on. So you have to see his needs in totality, not just a seasonal need for this crop, a seasonal need for that. That's why I talked about the card. Card means access to any finance. That card is a magic card. Whatever income you have put into that card, whatever money you take it out of the card, somebody is calculating, managing your money, you're running short of some money, you are needing some extra money and so on. So we need to have a banking system where you don't have to go to an office. Today, luckily in Bangladesh, there is something like that. You cash money goes everywhere. People send money, people borrow money and so on. So it's already there. It's nothing to be reinvented or reinvented again. So this is a kind of thing. We have to find a banking system completely different than having a big signboard, big office, big lobby, and so on. That's the wrong way of talking about businesses or banking. That banking is for the rich guys, big guys, and so on. They feel comfortable, they feel safe coming to that bank. The person who has a little card, she feels safe too, because his or her money will never disappear. There will be interactions and so on, telling you what is happening with your money, what to do. To conclude that part, today the government bank not only gives loans, billions of dollars in loans every year. The total loan they have received now in multiple in personal savings. So these are the women you are questioning. They lend money to the bank, more money, then the bank gives them the money. So you are completely understanding. That's the ability of an individual woman, individual human being. It's not a woman, there's a human being, you have all the traits, all the characters, all the potentials of doing things on their own, provided to create the right kind of institution and right kind of person. That's the need of the day. That's where you can integrate all these issues like climate and everything else. So we are talking about here in this thing, in this occasion. Thank you. I think, sir, I think both of you concur that when you think of farmers, particularly small margin farmers, somebody may also characterize that it is also about getting the sales right, because good part of Asia, Africa, the good part of farming revolves around cereal production, all other production. And when I think of production, that also, as someone would say, getting the rice economics right, or sometimes putting the rice politics right. But we here may not take up your politics. And on that note, let me bring in someone, the director of the National Rice Research Institute, who is present in all this, essentially also representing the city system. How would you take things up? Because you know, it's not to talk about the grand strategy or the policy corrections, but in terms of bringing some illustration of possible correcting the ground, if you can go the ground, what do you think?
Thank you so much for the invitation to be here. Can you hear me all right? So once is the statement for population. China, India, and Bangladesh are the top producers. Bangladesh produces 70% globally. Rice in Bangladesh covers 78% of water, which means 169 million people. Therefore, it is clearly important in the context of the country. And as we talk about access to finance, rice production has tripled since the 1960s in Bangladesh. It has become a food basket with improved access to credit driving change, which includes opportunities to access fertilizer, high-quality seeds, technical and genetic innovations in the mix. It now ranks the third largest global rice production in the world, and it has really been driven by the acquisition of new technologies. In 2023, it showed the sixth consecutive year of growth. We are now looking at two aspects that are critically important in driving that. The first is the investment by government in innovation for smallholder farmers. The current R&D for Bangladesh is 0.03% of GDP. That compares to 0.54% in Vietnam, 0.7% in India, 2.5% in China. So there is certainly opportunity there.